There's a Yogi Berra, longtime baseball guy, has some great quotes, and one of them is something like, if you don't have a plan and you don't have a destination, you're just going to end up somewhere else. And that's sort of how I felt. I felt like I was just going from day to day and I wasn't getting anything done. I didn't have a plan. And it felt empty. It felt purposeless. So I wanted to have a purpose. I wanted to get something focused to work on and to at least get a structure to where it's all going to go. Doesn't mean that the next step is going to be the step, but it has to be a step in the right direction. So that's what I really wanted to be able to get out of it. Had it turned out to be the thing, great. But it certainly is getting me on the road. And when you're a Bay Street lawyer, you don't get time to have that thought. You don't get to talk to yourself about that stuff. You don't get to talk to your friends about that stuff because you don't have any friends left. And I was around long enough on Bay Street that I needed to change that. I wanted to make sure that I also want to have a family. An important thing to be able to have focus when you want to bring kids into the world. So I want to be a good example to her and not just an example. I wanted to get focused. I wanted to get a plan. I wanted to, I think when I applied, I said to Michael that I wanted to be able to come out of that process with strategies and a paradigm that's going to allow me to set goals and achieve them and figure out, not just set goals, but set goals that are going to be important to me. I can set goals. I spent a lot of time on Bay Street setting goals that I didn't love. I want to set goals that I love and that I'm excited about so that I can get up every day and say, I'm really excited to be getting up and going and doing what I'm doing today and not just, it's another day. The Right Mount isn't just a professional tool, it's very much a personal tool. And allowing me to have the focus that the paradigm gives me has allowed me to make a lot of different choices that I wasn't ready for before. Maybe I was fundamentally, but I didn't know it because I couldn't get to the consciousness of it. So having the program behind me and having that foundation has given me the understanding of, all right, yeah, I can be a father now. I can get married. I can make those commitments, which I wasn't making before, all of which I've made now. And I have a beautiful 2-year-old daughter, and that's the focal point of my life now. And now I get to be a guide for her, and it's fantastic. You know, he puts these things out there that you think you know where he's going, because you've got that anticipation that you expect to know where he's going, but he's not going there at all. And then he'll click on something, and all of a sudden that light bulb goes off for you. That self-awareness bulb that sort of says, ah. And often certainly in the early days, that awareness isn't always a comfortable one, but that's okay. That's kind of the point. I wouldn't have been there if I was in a comfortable place anyway. So it's okay to wriggle a little bit, because once I wriggle, everything gets out from around me and I can actually pop up and get out of what I'm stuck in. If you want somebody to just sit there and hold your hand and tell you what you should do, don't waste your time, don't waste your money. But if you're willing to actually spend some time being brutally honest with yourself about what's really important to you and what really isn't important to you, what you are really good at, what you aren't good at, then this is going to be a fantastic experience for you.